During his wedding toast, my uncle said, "I'm so glad you finally got to use your mother's inheritance for this beautiful day." What inheritance? My father's face drained of all color. My stepmother, Jennifer, clutched his arm so tight her manicured nails left marks through his tuxedo. Uncle Pete looked confused, still holding the microphone. The life insurance payout. When my sister died, she had that $150,000 policy specifically for Mia's future, for her wedding and a house down payment. 200 guests stared as my world crumbled in real time. Mom had life insurance? I whispered, my wedding dress suddenly feeling like it was suffocating me. She died when I was 15. Cancer. 8 years ago. 8 years of believing we had nothing left after the medical bills. Of course she did, Uncle Pete said, lowering the microphone. I helped her set it up when you were born. She was so specific about it being untouchable until you turned 21, except for wedding or home expenses. My new husband Alex gripped my hand. We'd paid for this entire wedding ourselves. $60,000. Every penny saved over 3 years. No vacations, no restaurants, discount groceries, and side hustles every weekend. Dad? My voice cracked. Where's Mom's money? Jennifer tried to speak, but Dad cut her off. We needed it for the renovations, Princess. The kitchen, the pool house. The pool house? I laughed hysterically. You built a pool house with my dead mother's money? Uncle Pete's face had gone from confused to furious. Tom, tell me you didn't. Tell me you didn't steal from your own daughter. We were going to give her a nice wedding gift, Jennifer said, her voice shaking. A check for $10,000. $10,000? I screamed. Out of $150,000? You were going to give me $10,000 of my own money as a wedding gift? The wedding coordinator looked horrified. My bridesmaids stood frozen. Alex's parents watched in shock from the head table. I worked overnight shifts at the hospital, I said, my voice breaking. I donated plasma. We had our rehearsal dinner at a pizza place because we couldn't afford anything else. Alex sold his car. But look how beautiful everything turned out, Dad said desperately. You did it yourselves. You should be proud. We lived on rice and beans for 6 months, Alex shouted, finally losing his composure. Mia cried herself to sleep over the catering costs. We almost canceled the honeymoon because we couldn't afford it. Uncle Pete pulled out his phone. I have documents. The policy, the payout confirmation was sent to you as her guardian. Everything. You told me Mom left nothing, I said, tears streaming down my face, ruining the makeup that cost $200 I couldn't afford. You let me believe she didn't plan for me, that she left me with nothing. She planned everything, Uncle Pete said gently. She knew she was dying and spent her last months making sure you'd be taken care of. She even wrote you letters to open when you got the money. Letters? My knees buckled. Alex caught me. There were letters? Jennifer's face crumpled. They're in the safe. We never threw them away. You kept her letters from me? Her dying words to me? The room spun. 8 years of grief thinking my mother hadn't been able to leave me anything. 8 years of Father's Days, where I thanked him for being all I had left. The house in Maple Creek, I said suddenly, remembering. You bought that investment property 3 years ago. That was my money, wasn't it? Dad's silence was all the answer I needed. We're leaving, Alex announced, helping me stand. Don't contact us. Don't come to our apartment. We're done. You can't just cut us out, Jennifer cried. We're family. My mother was family, I said. She worked double shifts as a nurse while going through chemo to pay for that life insurance. She died making sure I'd be okay, and you stole it all. Uncle Pete stepped forward. My lawyer will be in touch on Monday. Fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, theft. We're getting back every penny. As Alex led me out of my own reception, still in my wedding dress, I heard the murmur of 200 guests witnessing the complete destruction of my family. My mother had tried to protect me from beyond the grave. She'd failed because she'd trusted the wrong person. But Uncle Pete was right. We'd get it all back. The wedding was already paid for anyway, with money that should never have needed to be saved, sacrificed, and suffered for. The honeymoon we'd canceled was back on. We'd use the credit cards tonight and pay them off when justice finally came. Mom's inheritance would finally be mine, just 8 years too late.